Hello. Hello, Dan. Bargain Basement, Jack Grace, Ryan Chapman, Glengar, Tino, Asthmatic Hedgehog. Let's get into the game. Whoa, that's... okay. Maybe binding... this is gonna be fun because I have no idea what I'm trying to do here. Is it... okay, okay, screw using the Xbox controller. That is just a bad idea. I'm gonna be checking the controls quite often here, I think. Am I even... I'm not even at the right side of the tractor, am I? So I should be able to... maybe... oh dear. Already... ah! Ah! I am a genius. I am a genius. I forgot to open up Stream Warrior. Really helps if I actually remember to open Stream Warrior. I'll set that to that, why not? Okay, live, okay. Back into game. There we go. Can I explain this game? Yes, it is. Was Mark here? So he is. Hello, Mark. This is me checking out the game, the controls simulator, because some of these have no sense whatsoever. Can I... can you not unbind stuff? Oh, you can. Z. Tab. Notice there's no, like, get into vehicle button here, anywhere. Next implement can be G. Handbrake can be Alt. Toggle engine, enter for sure. Shift gear down can be that. Exit gear can be that. Is that gonna unbind my jumping control? If I... oh my god, you can only... okay. Horn can definitely be that. Open vehicle menu F1. Aha! Can I enter the vehicle through this, or no? Whoops. it's saying that I need to come over here somewhere. There's like a thing on my map. But can I get into either of these? No. I'm really not sure what's going on here. Gameplay. Yeah. And why can't I get... Why can't I get into the vehicles though? I'm literally hammering the E button and it's just... Hang on, did it save my controls? No. No, it didn't. Well, that would help. So that's a tab, jump, Control, Alt, up and left, I guess. I don't know. Toggle engine, enter. Horn, H. L. Oh no, that J. L, K and L. Okay, let's save. And oh, there's a toggle UI button. Saving is doing something for sure. Try using IC maybe. Okay. Let's start this mission. It smells what we needed. Enter the Ariane. Aha! How do... I've accidentally unbound the mouse button, haven't I? Okay, let's have a look here and see what's going wrong here. Show info panels, Q. Activate mouse cursor, T. I now have no attach detach button, but that'll be okay for now. You need to enter promo code RainbowDave to enter the tractors. Yeah, it seems like that. Okay, Q. T. Okay, so I don't know how to get into the tractors from the outside, but from the inside it works. And then if I hold down T, I can do... Oh no, that needs to be up. Yeah, no, that's not what I wanted either. Turn on the lights. The light. There should be one to open that, but okay. Let's turn absolutely everything possible on. Okay, everything is now on. Perfect. Drive to the sewage plant. Oh, it's got a... I like the fact that it gives you like a little kind of waypoint line to follow on the map. Is this released yet? No. We are now going the maximum speed. There we go. Top speed. Massive, massive power. So we're heading over to the sewage plant because it smells, but we need it. Is this the new map? Yes! And I've genuinely no idea what I'm trying to do here. So this is kind of the default graphics, which I've kind of got set just to make sure everything works. Make sure the doors and windows are open too. Good call. Everything can be set to 1. There we go. Everything's as open as it can be. Nice bit of wonk on this corner here where it says I gotta go somehow 2 ways at once. Which is definitely interesting. Is traffic movable or not? Let's find out. Stay right where you are, fake Astra. Here. I think it's movable. Have I played Oakfield? No, I don't have it. Why are things like blinging, but... Oh, attach the stopple DTH. I might need to rebind the control here, actually. Hang on. Because I said something stupid to Q, didn't I? Attach, detach, Q, please. Hello, numbers. Okay, so I gotta attach this. And, oh, I think I can do it from outside, can't I? How do exit tractor? Like, use secondary, is it gonna be Z? Forgot to save again. Like, there is no... It's hardly gonna be exit gear. If it is, that is the most ridiculous way of saying enter and exit tractor. It is, you know! Can I press Q over here, or can I hold T and... Okay. I have no idea what I'm trying to do. There we go. Attach the Stopple add-on. So this is for Slurry. Which I think is the first thing that got released since the last time I actually played Cattle and Crops. Which might explain why I'm so very confused. Buy Slurry. It's oh, you can buy Slurry? Oh, that's kind of cool. Slurry. 6.3 tons. And oh, that's really nice. That it actually fills up in real time and gives you a price. Well, yeah, but it should say vehicle, not gear. I thought that was something to do with gearbox. Let's get everything fixed up here real quick. There we go. And now we gotta go to field number 3. Which is apparently in this direction. You're Victor. I do remember you, Victor. Yeah, it is the same button to enter, but it's like the way that it's phrased is really weird. That camera has a really weird FOV. Let's just stop up and turn off all the lights, because that's getting on my nerves now a bit. So it's going to be this controller over here. Off, 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 off. And I can't actually turn off the beacons, interestingly. It will not let me turn off the beacons. Yeah, I'll probably put a post in the forums after the stream just saying, hey, the enter and exit vehicles is nice and all, but it would be so much better if it was called enter and exit vehicle instead of enter and exit gear, because I genuinely thought it was something to do with gearbox. So, if you haven't noticed yet, Cattle and Crops is quite a bit more realistic and hardcore than Farm Sim, and I do have the hardcore physics enabled. Extrude the add-on. There's some wonky translations going on for sure, because I'm pretty sure that's meant to say unfold. And now we need to lower it and enable it. So we should be... I think we are fertilizing, just slowly. Very, very slowly indeed. I'll look over my phone and see like a million. Yes, we are fertilizing, but slowly. It's come a long way from the first alpha. It's come a very long way, and there have definitely been improvements made. I need to bind up cruise control, I think. Vehicle cruise control. If I bind that to control, that makes sense. So if I hit control, it'll control me at... It's looking like it's going for about 15 kilometers an hour. Which I don't know how to... Is there a setting for... I do apologize for going in and out of this. Is there, like, cruise control up and down? No. But if I reset that to minus there... Yeah, they're from Germany. What happens if I hit minus? Nothing. There is no way that I can see to slow down the cruise control, which I think that's an improvement that can be made. Yeah, it'd be nice if you could turn off the cruise control. And it does look like almost like I've got to go over this multiple times to make sure that I've got all the fertilizer down, because I'm looking and I can see where there's overlap. So I don't know if this is going to count as fully fertilized or partially fertilized or what. Also, there's if I press, is it F7? Yeah, I can get rid of most of it, but not all of it. I just want to see what the user actions thing... Ooh! Okay. Yeah, in real life you tap the brakes and or just disengage cruise control, because some cars you can just push the cruise control button a second time, or some vehicles I should say, you can push it a second time and it disables cruise control. I think it's installed in some tractors as well. But as somebody who's very keen to point out, I know nothing about farming, which I don't ever recall claiming to know anything about farming, but hey. This is much more of a simulator than Farm Sim is ever going to be. Just because... Did that just jank in a weird... Yes, it did jank in a weird way. Courseplay devs are kind of crops. Yes. It's Courseplay... Well, some of Courseplay, and then you've got Upside Down who did BJ extension, all the cool little scripts. The brakes are manual override. Ah, sweet. I did not know this. You got the Courseplay guys, you got Upside Down. I think Ego is one of the like featured modding partners. Which, what I've heard, modding is going to be interesting for this game, to say the least. And now the fertilizer slurry seems to be coming out differently. Is it somehow reliant on what direction you're travelling? If I slow down, maybe it'll completely fertilize. There's no way for me to slow down cruise control to MCC. It's fixed. I can't see any... Like if I go into settings and controls here, there is no button to slow down cruise control that I can see. Unless it's in gameplay for some reason. No, there's no way to slow down cruise control. So it's just kind of set at what it's set at. Which, Cat and Crop's different from Farm Sim completely. I can turn it off, but you know, then I'm just kind of going at top speed because I'm using keyboard. You know, I turn off cruise control and it suddenly goes, you're driving too fast. So it's a lot easier for me to use the cruise control and actually go to reasonable speed than it is to not use cruise control and kind of struggle like that. You can see that the fertilizer is actually laying down the liquid as well. The slurry is laying down a liquid layer, which I've only just copped. Hello, James Dorr. We need to use cruise control. Yeah. Also, I don't know if you guys can actually make this out, but up here is the weather, and for some reason it says Sonne 2, which the weather is always going to be in German apparently. Okay. Well, the weather currently is in German for some reason, even though I've got English selected as my language of choice. That's definitely different. Still laying down slurry, yes? Yes. So if I want to, I can skip the rest of this mission. I don't know why I'd want to. But I could. Hello, and I'm noticing that people have kind of run off from the stream. So I might hop into Farm Sim a bit later on. Still a long way off being ready. Very much so. They finally... they did have a kind of a roadmap that they were hoping on fulfilling, and being blunt, that was unrealistic at best. They had a good idea in having the roadmap and saying this is how we'd like the thing to go, but the timeline they were running off was just not possible for a new developer. Starting from scratch. Hello, BBBB. I've always said that timeline was just wrong, and they've kind of finally realized that for themselves and given up on it. And the timelines they're giving now are much more realistic in that... How long has this been in development? About a year. Well, a couple of years now. I think the next milestone they're planning on hitting is the Steam Early Access release, which I believe is planned / hoped for to be in January at some point. Now whether or not that happens is kind of up in the air at the moment, because they could, there could be a lot of bugs, and they hold off on releasing version 1.0.2, I think it is. It's gonna be, or 0.2 maybe. But it's still a long way from being done. I would actually expect Farm Sim 19 to be out before Cattle and Crops version 1.0 is out. Not to put a downer on the devs of Cattle and Crops, I think Master Brain Bites are doing an actually fantastic job basically from scratch. But it's so easy to have this timeline that they had and think, oh, this is going to be easy. It's just, we're just making a giant mod, and then it comes to actually working on what they want to work on, and they realize that, okay, this isn't as easy as we thought. Can I override cruise control? Oh, I can override cruise control with the throttle. That's kind of nice, actually. So in Farm Sim, that'd be cruise control turned off completely, but in Cattle and Crops, it's just kind of a temporary override. I like that. So let's get the slurry going down again. But I think, like, you can still back it on Kickstarter, or not Kickstarter, but via PayPal on their website. What kind of game engine does it use? It actually uses a modded version of the Doom engine from Doom 3, I think. It's got its own name that I can't remember, but it's based on the engine of Doom, I think, 3. So it's very different from the Unity-based Farm Sim. You can see there is terrain deformation going on in somewhat real time. That's mostly accurate. There are bits where you're like, maybe that isn't completely realistic or accurate, but it's mostly accurate. You can see. There's a good example. There's the kind of tram line that I just made going down the field, and there's another one going up. So there is terrain, deformable terrain deformation, kind of in real time. You can see the tires of the sprayer, or the slurry tanker, doing a couple of weird things, but that's a thing. And you can see that there is kind of actual water physics going on, where the spots that I'm running over the slurry twice, there is kind of water pooling because it's finding the little divots and getting stuck in them, and, you know, making puddles. There's still some kind of weird graphic things going on, but that's a, you know, it's a game in development. It's not finished yet. It's early access, so like, I'm overlooking a lot of things that I'd usually kind of crap all over. Again with the weird jankiness, which is interesting. So you've technically finished this field, but oh, it's empty. So raise the implement, collapse the implement, drive to the sewage plant. Ah, it's gonna get me to refill. Okay, this I like. So let's get what it's. Yeah, that is definitely cool. You can see where you've overlapped, and I'm doing it kind of unintentionally, but it's something that's kind of cool to show off, I guess. Hello, Ty. It's definitely, you know, it's definitely not farm sim. You can see there's no terrain deformation going on here where I'm on the road, which there shouldn't be because this is tarmac. But if I were to dip a couple of wheels off onto the grass there should be a small bit. Oh, maybe not. I don't know. There's possibly terrain deformation going on there. Can't say I missed the spot. Yeah, I did actually. There's a small patch that I missed, but so be it. Let's merge out into traffic here. It's so much better than Farm Sim. Hello, Adam. I love how you can just wallop the traffic out of the way. This is like when myself and Landy say, "Oh, it'd be great if Farm Sim had the FS13 traffic back." That's what we mean, is just traffic that you can, if you want to, completely just wallop out of the way. So I select slurry and start. So it'll fill up the tanker again. How much is this game? I can't remember what you have to... I can't remember the actual backyard level at which you get the game. So I think it's like €33 for you to get the game in early access. Off we go again. You can see the tractor wasn't very happy at me doing that, but oh well. Let's off back down to field 3 so that we can finish fertilizing it. Now if you are enjoying the game, guys, do hit the like button, do hit subscribe, and you know, if this stream gets lots and lots and lots and lots of likes, then I will do another cattle crop stream. If it doesn't, I can just go back to Farm Sim very easily. The Euro Truck streams, for those of you who are going to be wondering about those, they're kind of on hiatus again. There was an incident involving my trackhat clip, and it's broken. So I'm actually waiting to take delivery of a new one, well, a trackhat hat, with the sensors in the hat itself that might be more accurate, I don't know, but I'm waiting for that to come in. It's been ordered. I'm not expecting it. On a scale of 1 to 10, how ready is this game? Ready, it's probably about a 2. It's nowhere near ready. There's a lot of the stuff in it is still very early, very placeholder feeling. In terms of improvements since I last played it, it's a 6 or 7 because last time I played it was very, very early in development. They only had, I think, plowing and cultivating in the game. And one tractor, now they've got, I think, 3. So it's, you know, it has moved along in terms of development, but it's still not what I would consider a full release just yet. But they're, you know, this is one of those games where they're trying to do so much that it could just keep and stay in development forever. Should you get the tech demo? Absolutely, I think everybody should get the tech demo, try it out, because it does give a basic idea of the physics and how that kind of works, so you can at the very, very least get kind of a feel for the game. I don't know if the tech demo is now just publicly available or if it's still kind of backers only, but you know, it's definitely something that you should look into if you're wanting a farming simulator of any description that is more realistic than Farm Sim. Hang on, I'm just moving my mouse all the way over, because it's been, I was watching it activating or highlighting things in XSplit that it shouldn't have been. But if you want a farming simulator game, it's actually a simulator, then definitely this is worth it. It's publicly available. Sweet. Yeah, download the tech demo then and have a play around with it. It's not, you know, that's on the old map, the old tech demo map, which I can still get onto, but I don't see why I'd want to with the Albert Hall map now available. It's showing that I'm very nearly done with this field, which I'm going to disagree with the game here and say this field still needs quite a bit of work. But again, you can see the overlap there. I'm kind of doing it semi-intentionally just so that I get the field completely fertilized. And you can see the stripes where it overlaps and the puddles of water as well. The puddles of liquid where the slurry's kind of congregating, I guess, because I've overlapped a bit too much. And I'm going quite slowly intentionally. It's called Drive Green. Do you know, it's a game I've never played, but Landy keeps talking about, so I might see if I can find it somewhere at some point and give it a go off camera. There we go, we'll just keep that going there in a vaguely straight line. Keymailer, oh, will not be on Keymailer, Dan. That is way too old to be on Keymailer. That said, I do have a game from Keymailer that I want to show off. I might stream tomorrow for a bit. Let's see how that does. Because if I'm being honest, I'm kind of bored of playing Farm Sim all the time, and I want to do, you know, different things. Why is it telling me to drive to the sewage plant again? There's still plenty of slurry. No, I'm going to ignore you, game. I'm going to finish this field properly. Also, that ding sound is one of the defaults for Streamlabs, and it confuses me. I don't like it. So for those of you who want a realistic farming simulator that isn't Farm Sim, because Farm Sim is very arcadey, this is pretty much what you're wanting. Is slow progress. Like extremely slow and maybe boring progress. Convicts, thank you very much for subscribing. Welcome to the RainbowDave Madhouse. Hope you enjoy your stay. You know, this is the realistic farm sim that people keep clamoring for, and people keep complaining that Farm Sim itself isn't realistic, so... This is what you want! Yeah! This is why I don't do much Cattle and Crops content, Dan, is... people only want Farm Sim. And once I start getting into Cattle and Crops, it's like, this isn't Farm Sim. So I myself, Landy, Sim, very rarely do Cattle and Crops content. How was my Christmas? It was good! I've been taking, last couple of days I took a couple of days off. Just completely off, just to do things for myself. I was hanging out with a friend yesterday. I went to see Star Wars the day before. Gonna say though, after seeing the film, yeah, no Star Wars spoilers, because for the people that haven't seen it, there are some major things that happen. I now know why people want it removed from the canon of the series. I think they're idiots for saying it, but I can see why. That one then, yeah, quite enjoy sitting down, chilling out, and doing my own thing. Tricking you, it's Farm Sim. Yeah, I guess people do need to get used to me swapping between Serious Dave and Derpy Dave. But like, they're two different sides of the same coin. Like, there's not that much difference between me now and me in a Derpy stream. It's just that Cattle and Crops, I don't know the physics enough to cause derpage. And I'm pretty sure actually that the way the vehicle physics work in Cattle and Crops, they physically can't flip over. Or tip even. On that note, actually, I want to detach everything, so let's just detach that like that. I just saw something that I want to do. I want to test something. I wonder, I'm genuinely curious about this. Also, it looks like the slurry is actually soaking into the ground, which is kind of cool. Gonna need a vehicle to... Gearbox is now magically changed to being manual, which I don't like. Yeah, can I change the gearbox to being automatic again, please? That is automatic. No, that is not automatic transmission game. Like, for some reason now it's decided that I want the shuttle mode on. Okay, come on. No! That's just not... Oh, that's perfect. Come on. Into the... No. I think that by enabling cruise control, I've done something to the physics. Also, is there a way to enable four-wheel drive and diff locks? Because that'd be kind of nice. I'm guessing there won't be. Vehicle. No. Yeah, no, there's no way to... Oh, hang on. Yeah, we should be in four-wheel drive now. There we go. Into the water with you. I want to see if the AI vehicles can actually find their way out. Or if they just get stuck down there forever. He is finding his way out, kind of. He's struggling big time, but he is kind of sort of finding his way out of the water. Did I turn something on that I wasn't supposed to? Can I turn that on? Yeah, some of these controls are just ignoring what I've got set. The game's ignoring some of the controls I've got set, which is... because... I think the game's crashed. Hello, Chris. I'm doing well. I think the game might have crashed. If it has, I'm going to swap over to Farm Sim and just do... It's not responding. Which, that's nice. Yeah, the game's crashed. Game's crashed. So I'm gonna call it on cattle and crops here. So I'm gonna go over to Farm Sim. Just bear with me a minute while I change settings and whatnot. I'm not going to be using wheel today for reasons of there's a bunch of junk under my desk that I need to move to use the wheel. But I'm going to be in Farm Sim momentarily. Just going to change the thumbnail as well because YouTube's going to want me to do that. That one. Can I get a better view, please? Hello, Luke Farms. So in a rare one, I'm swapping games midstream. A rare step that I almost never take. Just because if Cattle and Crops is going to crash every so often, I prefer to play a game that doesn't crash too often. Hello, Ozzy. Where's the save game? There it is. Do I have stuff in that I... Oh, I forgot to download the thing. If I do Farm Sim, can I do Oakfield Farm? Tell you what, James, I'll do Oakfield if you can convince Oxygen David to give it to me. Because I don't have the map. I can't do a map that I don't have. What I do have, however, is Skelton Farm. By Mappers Paradise. This is their charity map. Hello, Farming Gamer. I know Mark Armstrong's been on this a bit. I've been on this a bit as well. There's some things with this map that I like, some that I dislike, but it's like all maps. Skeleton. Yes, as many people misread it, including myself. Skeleton Farm. I'm just going to turn off Money Cheat, as I have some chewing gum. Has it been released yet? No, Ozzy, it won't be released until New Year. Giants are all off for Christmas. Right, what was I doing here? That needs to be cultivated. So that's our next job on the agenda. Is cultivating that field. Where is... Oh, no. We were doing this field, weren't we? Did I have a good Christmas? I did, actually. I had a very enjoyable, peaceful Christmas. Just kind of chilled out and took a couple of days... Took a couple of days to myself, because I needed it. Hello, the young shooter. How are you doing today? Malwarebytes is shouting at me for no reason, because of course it is. It's constantly shouting at me now, and it's getting uninstalled after the stream because it's finally just got on my nerves to the point where I'm uninstalling it. Because it in itself, by popping up as much as it is malware. In my eyes, it's something that I don't want on my PC. What am I chewing? Chewing gum. I've got spearmint gum to make my breath all fresh and tasty. Because my mouth felt kind of weird, and chewing gum tends to help. This is definitely unrealistic. Like, the size of this equipment is unrealistic for this size of field, but for Farm Sim on YouTube, it's definitely probably a better option than using the realistic equipment, which is sat there, which is the Armor Salmon. Am I expecting something like... No, Ozzy. Hello, Oxen David. How are you doing today, good sir? It's funny how, when I jump into Farm Sim, the viewers jump, oh, this thing doesn't have four-wheel drive. You would imagine something this big would have four-wheel drive. 37 watching, 38 now, and it's gonna just steadily rise, I believe. It's kind of proven a point to myself, I think, today. Which is always nice to prove points to yourself. Is it you, or has the Farm Sim community not really gotten beta harvesters down? I think it's a case that because Farm Sim is so arcadey, that people don't really want to make small beta harvesters like the Armor Salmon, and they prefer to go for the Holmer, which is just, it's there, it's easy to do, and they'll make, you know, 12-row headers for this thing. All small ones are crap. But in real life, the smaller ones are crap as well. Like, the Salmon is really good. It's pretty realistic to what it would be like in real life, but it's just the community as a whole doesn't like smaller equipment. Hello, Rafael. When's this map out? Sometime in January, maybe? I don't know. It's gone into Giants testing, but Giants are off for Christmas. And they're not testing again until January 7th, or 8th, I think. I'm doing good, thank you very much for asking. A couple of days AFK can do wonders to my my mood. Yeah, I'd be with you there, Dan. It's the kind of game where you need to edit it down to be something that's watchable. So that's the trailer full. I get to show off a pet peeve of mine with this map. Just because it's silly. Helps if I remember to turn on the tractor. So, we're heading over to the main yard, which... I don't know why there's a big gap in the fencing there, or in the hedging there. Oops! Let's get this thing into four-wheel drive at least, because it needs the extra bit of grunt, extra bit of grip just to pull this. Is that a Maxim? It's a... Yes, it is a Puma Maxim. I like it. It's one of these really... Maybe share the stream on Discord with the new title. Not a bad call. I'll do that in a moment, actually. But a pet peeve of mine with this map, and it's something that irritates me, just because it makes no sense, is that if I go over this grating here that is, you know, clearly for grains and would just end up with a massive pile of sugar beets if I were to dip into it in real life, if I tip the sugar beets in, it takes the sugar beets magically. Get the Puma that Sim uses. No, I don't like it. Gara's already done it. Oh, sweet. Thank you, Glengar. Ozzy with the cheek. Ooh. Ozzy doesn't hold back when he wants to know things. Oh. That silo is realistic. Somehow I doubt that, Adam. I don't see in real life somebody throwing sugar beets into a silo. Silver to face reveal. Yes, and he looks ridiculous. I've known what he's looked like for months, and honestly, the selfie that he used yesterday for his thumbnail, I didn't watch his stream or the video, the VOD of it at all. But the selfie that he used wasn't the worst that I've seen. I've seen worse pictures of him. Did I not get outfield? Nope. And I'm not taking that personally. Oxygen David chooses who he wants to have the maps. I don't take people not giving me maps as a personal slight. It's mappers choose who they want to have their maps, and it's always kind of a strategic decision and a business decision in a way. Because let's face it, Simulating Daggerwind Landy Kid can get a lot more people to be interested in the map than I can. And that's how I always see it, is like, if I get something that's amazing, but I wholeheartedly expect Sim, Daggerwind and Landy to get maps and stuff before I will. Me getting this just came out of nowhere. What happened to 2-row? It's still there, it's just that it annoyed me, and I gave up. Because it would have taken days to do this field otherwise. I need to get more chewing gum. I've decided I need to start with the chewing gum thing a bit more often because it seems to be. Well, it's not great for my teeth, and I know this is like 90% sugar. It's good. That's a secondary thing, Dan. Yeah, there is always the albeit tiny chance that the map gets leaked by somebody you give it to. You get sugar free. This isn't sugar free, I don't think. Although it is. Oh, it is sugar free. And it's approved by dentists. Yeah, I heard your planned release date, so I kind of get behind you on the minimal coverage thing, which is actually why I'm not watching any of Landy's streams at the moment. I've just inhaled the chewing gum. I don't want to get burnt out of the game or the map before it's released. It'd be ridiculous. It'd be stupid of me to be watching all of the content on it right now when I know I'm going to be playing it. I know I'm going to be enjoying it. I don't see the point of like watching all of the things ever. And getting burnt out, you know, a week before the map comes out. I take no offense, David. Like I said, it's definitely something that, to be honest, ooh, that's something I need to work on tonight. With my map, I know for sure that I won't be giving it to many people because I don't want people to be inundated with stuff on it. Because the more you inundate people with content, the less they want to watch it. This is probably going to fill the trailer again, isn't it? I would have a bigger trailer, but it is the case that I'm trying to actually move the trailer once it's full. And MR doesn't like having, oh, this is going to fill the trailer. Yeah, this is definitely going to fill the trailer. Ask him, I shall receive. Now, what you did, Ozzy, was you got very, very cheeky and went a bit too up front. I didn't die from inhaling chewing gum at least, so that's a good thing. Yeah, the PLP-45, it is the greatest car in the world ever. Also the fastest. I should probably empty the trailer again, but I'm not 100% sure. But once we get this field done, we are definitely gonna have to cultivate because, well, we got 2 fields to cultivate then. I need to disable head tracking in Farm Sim for a little bit because I don't have any head tracking available at the moment, which isn't great. This game would ruin your OCD. Oh, have you, Max and David? Surely you've heard of the PLP-45. The greatest car to hold one person ever. Top speed of 30 miles an hour. Somebody says Sim did a face real. Sim didn't, Silver did. Based off of the Gran Turismo. I'm gonna wait until the series is over. and then I'll probably get like Amazon Prime for a month and watch both seasons. Because I'm not like, that's the only thing that's on Prime TV or whatever it's called that I actually want to watch. And I don't see the point of getting it just once a year for however long to watch the Grand Tour and then disabling it again and re-enabling it next year. It's much easier to just go, okay, well, Grand Tour season's over and now I can get Prime TV for like a week. There's always a reason for something. Yes, I inhaled my chewing gum because I'm an idiot. Hello, Hayden. First season's unreal. I've not watched it yet. Can I turn off the radio, please, game? Like, that'd be really appreciated, because I don't want the radio on. Even those, like, I don't even want those ridiculous little pop-ups. Where have I been? I've been to the cinema and hanging out with a friend. Took 2 days just to do my own thing, which... honestly, like... I was so relaxed yesterday. And the day before. So, I've been just enjoying some time to myself. It was much needed as a break from the computer, because even on my days off, when I'm not doing streams or like taking a day off or whatever, I'm usually on my computer. Yesterday and the day before, I was AFK for several hours and it was really nice. I'm not even gonna apologize for... I'm gonna be more selfish in 2018, I can promise you that right now. I'm gonna take more time to myself when I feel like I need to. What's Daggerwin's real name? Do people really need to know that? Does it, like, improve your enjoyment of his videos if you know his real name? Or do you want to know his name because you just want to stalk him or something? Oh, that's pretty cool. I've only just noticed that the... I don't even know if that's a thing in the normal one. 1 stream a week. That is tempting. I gave up on it. And I had to put it in a weird place because otherwise it would just slide down the hill for some reason. I like how the topper is like jumping over the crop like it would in real life. Because like you can see it running over the actual tops of the sugar beets. Because even when they're top, they stick out of the ground a bit. Everybody's name is Chris Christopherson. They're all Chris Christopherson. Hello, Edward. How am I? I'm good. How are you doing? I'm wondering if the game... Everything should be now set up to farm sim. This stream started off with cattle and crops, and the game crashed, so I gave up. Because that game is still very... shall we say... early. Everybody's name is Dave. That too. Michael, you're asking for trouble with some of the things you've been saying today. Set up PS2, you're playing Goldfinger. Is that the one where I'm trying to remember. Is that the Bond game where you're actually playing as the bad guy? For at least a portion of it. Because that'd be kind of, like, that was a really good game. I know there was one that was kind of a role reversal, kind of a weird one based on Goldfinger. And it was definitely different and cool. I kind of wish there were more games like that where you are like actively playing the bad guy. Or like you don't know you're playing the bad guy, but you are like there's a game out there, I can't remember the name of it, where you're playing the bad guy throughout, but you actually think you're playing the good guy, and it's a really big swerve at the end, which is really cool. He's a golden deagle, of course you do. No, no, Glengar. Thought I wasn't streaming Farm Sim. I wasn't, and then Cattle and Crops crashed, so I changed my mind. Because I wasn't gonna sit through crashing Cattle and Crops several times. Also, the Cattle and Crops controls annoy me and confuse me, so... them's me reasons, and I'm sticking with them. Them's me excuses. Don't think Cattle and Crops is working. When's Cattle and Crops released? When it's done, it's a game with no timetable as such. You can buy it now, you can back it now and get the game now. And you know, play through the pre-release content that is there at the moment, the early access stuff, but it is not fully done. They're on version 0.1.1 or 0.1.0.1 or something, and still kind of working on the basics of the game. It was supposed to be up by now according to the original timetable, but the second I saw it I said that's not going to happen. Do I know Daggerwin's real name? Yes. Am I going to tell you Daggerwin's real name? No. I'm going to tell you to stop asking about Daggerwin's real name. Yes. Hello, Baron Loge. When will this map be out? Sometime in the new year. It's kind of down to when Giants start testing again and when they test this one specifically and whether or not it passes. Which... I'm kind of looking at it, there's some stuff that I question whether it'll pass with. Although I'm no expert on Giants testing, I could be wrong, but there's some stuff that it's... Like, some of the collisions are a bit weird, the LODs are set maybe a bit low, because you can see there the wall kind of phasing into existence if I just... And I've got to be in the harvester for this, apparently. But if I turn off the harvester, if I just reverse back here, you can see the wall phasing into existence. And the bushes kind of phasing into some of their LODs as well, I've just noticed. Yeah, they're set maybe a bit too low for their own good, I guess. There we go. So we got probably 3 unloads, well 2 unloads in the harvester. Say Bill! Guess who's coming back to TeamSpeak tonight? Me, but awake! I went off at like midnight last night, and I genuinely have no idea if anybody was on, because I just shut down my computer because I'd just woken up from dozing off and was like, nope, I'm going to bed now. Just nope. I've got some stories, Dan. Oh, Eddie, how many people did you kill with your chips? Or your fish and chips, or whatever it was you cooked? Was it last night? How many fatalities were there? Or should I ask, how many people are ill? What's wrong with my stories, Dan? I've got fun stories. How do I get the Richard Westerns to work with MR? Because it's a different kind of XML. The Richard Westerns, if you go to the MR databank, there is an MR version of them there. I can tell you that story as well, Dan. I can give you some spoilers as well. But keep them out of chat, because this is stuff that definitely would ruin the film if it were spoiled for people. When you download the XML, there's 3 XMLs in the file. Put them all into your data bank mod thing. So we're just gonna put all this into storage and maybe set it off a little bit, maybe. Am I using wheel? Not today. I've got a bunch of stuff under my desk today because I did my room out a bit yesterday and just threw a few bags of rubbish under my desk just to keep it out of the way, and I haven't moved them out of the way yet. Well, fully out of the way. I'm trying not to say anything. I can, like, not talk about Star Wars, but what I am going to say is, like, there are 1 or 2 spoilers that would completely ruin the film for people if they knew them before going to see it. When did I stop to FS17? A little while ago. It just, Cattle and Crops decided to crash, so I decided to stop playing it. What's Landy said? Ah! Okay. Thought I checked Discord while I was tabbed out there. So, I'll be finishing up in about an hour. About 7 PM GMT. And instead of, like, trying to find a video for you guys to watch, I am going to ask you guys, when I'm done, to go and raid Mr. Landy Kid, who will, I believe, be playing on Oakfield. And I just want my elbow for this. That was really... Oh, that was sore. Why is it called the funny bone when... hitting on anything is so very sore. Ow! Oh, that hurt. Quite a lot. Hello, 1, 2, 3, JCB1. Ow! Okay. Dave the Idiot strikes again. Supposed to laugh. Why is it called the funny bone when hitting it off something hurts so much though? Like, seriously, it's the least funny bone to hit of anything. So that's all that in. Wonderful. Dave has a boo-boo. Glengarry, you have no idea how correct you are, because so many of my joints are just completely screwed. That bone is called the humerus. Yes. And in fact, I didn't actually hit my... Did I hit my humerus? I did. I thought I hit the... ulna. But no, it was the humerus. I like that house. That's a nice house model. Very German for a British man. You want a new map, you're going to the West Coast. Give it a couple of weeks and you'll probably have a whole slew of new ones, Michael. Unless you want to go onto Modhoster and try your hand at some of the German maps. Because Giants testing is not going to be active again until I think January 2nd or January 8th. Oh, the 8th! It's customer support's going back the 2nd. So that's that done. Let's turn this off. Let's get the Homer. Did I accidentally buy that thing? Yeah, let's set off the Homer. Let's get cultivating, I guess, with the 8340. There we go. Perfect. Hello, Connor Bland. Have you been banned? Not yet, but... What is that thing? What thing? I don't know what thing you're asking about, guys. The thing that was beside the New Holland. That was a sugar beet harvester. Right, now I need to remember where on earth the cultivator's actually at. This thing can conveniently reverse as fast as it goes forward. Which means I can do this nonsense and just reverse around the farm. I think it's over here. Nope. Where is... If I was a cultivator, where would I be? There it is. It's maybe a bit heavy for the tractor. Let's see if we gotta wait somewhere. Yes, I do. Fantastic. So let's get the weight on the front. How to balance it out. Is this map out to get new? Only Dave finds tractors that reverse at 40 kph. This is one of the in-game ones, Eddie. Let's turn off the diff locks real quick. Just so this thing can actually turn. Why don't I fertilize before I cultivate? Because I've only got one stage fertilization turned on, so it doesn't matter too much when I fertilize. I tend to turn off 3-stage unless I'm going super realistic. Where's my wheel? It's behind me on the ground. I'm not using it today because I've got stuff shoved in under my desk, so I can't get to the pedals. I just lowered the weight, not the cultivator. Well done, Dave. So we are just going to cultivate the straw directly in. For once I'm not going to collect it up and set it off. Takes forever watching people fertilize. Yeah, that's kind of a secondary reason. There is like 1 or 2 situations where 3 stage is fine. Like if you're playing with seasons, 3 stage is great because it gives you something to do throughout the seasons. But if you're not, maybe you're better off at 1 stage. Supposed to slow down to turn corner. I knew I'd make it, it was fine. If you're confident that you can make the corner, it's fine to take it at high speed. You didn't like this map first, now you do. I'm kind of the same. I wasn't too gone on it at first. I maybe covered that up a bit because I didn't want to like give you my first impression and say I don't like this map, and then 2 weeks later say actually this map's really good. Like sometimes there's maps that I'll just say this is bad and I don't like it. I'll never come back to it again because it's just irritated me too much in one way or another. But this map is good. There's some definite issues with collisions that maybe need fixing, but like overall it is a very good map. Happens a lot. Yeah, I tried to not be myself with that, Dan. I didn't want to do a me and like change my public opinion after a couple of weeks. So I or even a couple of days. So I intentionally didn't give a. You didn't say, "Oh, I don't like this." Whereas if I went from liking it to not liking it, it'd be kind of a bit better. Because you can kind of almost understand a bit more. Granny, I'm going backwards. You see, I get into these moods when I'm streaming where everything has to get, like, I need to be working on the field or doing some sort of job 90% of the time. Looking around for vehicles and equipment isn't something that I like doing during streams, as something's just vibrated on my desk and I don't know what. Because my phone's not on my desk. Something I do need to do, probably after the stream, is start going through various places in my room, intentionally making a mess, might I add, so that I can find more storage space for stuff. Because that's currently my biggest issue. Yeah, that's it, Dan, is... That's why I did what I did with this one. Like, without going into any details whatsoever about that. That's why I made the decision I did. Like, you know, the secondary reason as well, but you know, that's something that definitely needs to get sorted, because it's a starter field and that area there is just a terrain cluster. Mappers are in Mark String's history. That was probably was it the Mapper's Paradise account? Because I know who's running that. Am I still looking for a job? Yes. Doesn't magically stop because it's Christmas time. I kind of slowed down because I know There's not going to be many companies taking on at this point in the year. But yeah, I am still looking for work. For something full-time, because I need money. MP, Bernie and Ben. Yeah, that's all of them then. It's Blobby, Bernie and Ben. I wonder if Mark pointed out some of the more obvious issues with the map to them. Like this, which the tractor's now come to a complete stop, which means I need to turn on the lift locks and hope that it bites. Nope. Come on. Come on. A bit farther. There we go. Can't I stay doing YouTube? I'll still be doing YouTube. I'll just be, if and when I could get a job, I'll be changing how I do YouTube. Mark's in love with the map. I can see why. It's a map that's very easy to fall in love with, but even with maps that you really, really like, it's a lot better to find negative things so they can be improved than to say, oh, this is really good, and not have any criticisms whatsoever. That's the way I always see it, is like, if I like something, I'll intentionally go problem finding. I'll go out of my way to find issues with things that I like over finding issues with things that I dislike. The stuff that I don't like, I'll find positives with, to try and convince myself that maybe it's worth giving it a go. Whereas if I don't like something, or if I do like something, is it where Mark, what? I just like them all. To a certain extent, yes. You know, I do like to complain a lot, but at the same time, it's almost better to, I guess, find issues with things that you like than to just say, oh, this is perfect in every single way. Yeah, this is a bit, maybe a bit overly steep, and there's some real divots. You swear Mark has many more subs. Yes, he does. He's got a lot more subs than me. Why should I care how many subs somebody has? I know why he's got so many more subs. There's 3 reasons I can come up with off the top of my head. I'm not going to say them, but there's 3 reasons. One of them is PC. The other 2, I'm not going to say because I don't want to. Any plans for New Year's? I'm going to stay at home and party with the family. And Malwarebytes, will you please just sod off? Good lord, that is a program that I'm uninstalling after the stream. Because yet again, it's shouting at me for no good reason. Hey, you turned this thing off 3 days ago. Dude, are you sure you want it turned off? Yes. Okay, yeah. Robert's kind of nailed this. Like, subs mean a lot to companies, but to actual YouTubers, do they mean anything? No. It's cool to have a big number, but that's about it. There's no big difference in how I make my content if I had 100,000 subs. Hello, Luke. How are you doing today? Because, like, if you have a lot of subs, it's very hard, especially if you grow as fast as Mark has. It's almost impossible to grow a community. He's just kind of having to ride the wave. Whereas because I've grown a lot slower. I'm still growing quite slowly. I can kind of influence how you guys behave and get more of a community vibe going on. Definitely on Discord there is a community there, and it's chaotic but fun. Especially when somebody decides to PM Pedro, and I have to try and explain to them that they got banned for PMing Pedro. Pedro doesn't like people talking to him. So, I meant to bring that down as well. Oh, I couldn't because my hands are full. Yeah, little hangover. Sounds like Loke was having a party last night. Why didn't you invite any of us, Loke? Why were we not invited to this party? Yes, he can be. It all comes down to how you talk to him. Because I can say a lot of things to him that most people wouldn't get away with. Hello, floating hedge. If I crouch, can I get right up? No? Okay. But I can just... Okay, that's... I'm guessing that's not supposed to be a thing. Just a wild guess. That's not supposed to be a thing you can do. So if you're wondering why I'm using only a 3-meter cultivator, it's because this is pretty much as big as I can go with the equipment I have, with the tractors I have. I don't want to go like over the top with 6-meter equipment straight off the bat because, well, yes, I'd get the work done in no time whatsoever. It would be kind of silly. Greater concert with Star Wars special theme. Oh, nice! Have you seen the movie yet, Luke? The new one. Hello, Lancashire farmer. I'm gonna apologise, I guess, once again for like taking 2 days off completely at random without pretty much any warning. I decided to just make plans that suited me and went with them because I needed a bit of time to myself, just to chillax and do my own thing. Because I've been almost forcing myself to just put YouTube first for so long, and kind of snapped and just went like, good for 2 days. So you can go. The day before, good movie. Yes, yes it was. You actually saw it the same day I did then, though. Because I went the day before yesterday as well. What's the map like? It's really nice. There's some issues that I'm hoping get smoothed off. Like this field needs a bit of smoothing going on. You can see there's some ridges and issues with it, but something that's fairly easy to fix. There's a floating hedge over there for some reason. Hello, Sean. Took 5 days off at your granny's. Yeah, but I guess that counts as time off, Eddie, I suppose. I think the clip distances could be improved because it's kind of silly driving through a field and having the walls across the road magically teleport into being as you drive forward. See you, Michael. I do plan on streaming tomorrow, by the way. I've got... I think I've got 2 different potential plans for tomorrow. I didn't really... Actually, 3 different potential plans for tomorrow. It'll depend how I feel what one I do. You say that as if you took the time off by choice, Ozzy. I mean, I took 2 days off to do things that I wouldn't have been able to do if I was streaming. And, you know, it was a case of I need to do things that make me happy too, and they just happened to be on 2 different, 2 consecutive days. Going to stand in the shed tomorrow evening. Is tomorrow New Year's Eve? What date is it today? Tomorrow's New Year's Eve. Ah, wonderful. I genuinely had no idea what date it is. That should show you guys exactly how much attention I actually pay to reality. Because I rarely know what day of the week it is or what date it is. So that means that tomorrow will be the last stream of the year. Australia it is. Yeah. We get the weirdness of people actually being in 2018 during tomorrow's stream, because Australia, I believe, is, well, certain areas of Australia and New Zealand are more than 12 hours ahead. So you can have a double year stream, where for Australians it is already December 31st, and tomorrow it'll be 2018 for Australia. And I'm not streaming over New Year, I'm not doing that. It's one of the things that I do with family. I reminded you of a photo. Oh dear. That never sounds good. $14, yeah. So we got about 40 minutes left of the stream today, PM. I'll check it after the stream, Eddie. Because I'm not gonna... I could grab my phone, but there's like a million different notifications and I don't want it on my desk because it's gonna just keep going off. Because I did something yesterday, or, well, the day before yesterday, that's just caused my phone to go mental for the last 2 days. What I am going to do is I'm going to flick that switch there and turn my heater on. So something I'm considering doing over the coming little while is starting to upgrade my PC. And I think one of the first things is going to be upgrading to water cooling from air cooling, and that's going to be an expensive one. It's not Tinder Aussie actually, but I'm going to try and upgrade to water cooling, which is going to be quite expensive and probably the biggest jump to take first off. And then probably get a new hard drive just for throwing videos onto. I think I can get away with my processor for another little while. But if I yes, if I were water cooling it, I could, because I have tested this. If I was to water cool my processor, which I'd be using a closed loop system, for anybody who knows what that is, you now know what I'm thinking of. What I can do then is I can actually turn my processor onto turbo mode, which it's currently running on, I think, standard. Sim was only 15k last year, now he's at 50k, yeah. I was at 4,500 this time last year, now I'm at 7,000. Yeah, you never know what's going to happen on YouTube. Next year I could, because I do have a few ideas on the go, I could, one of those ideas could, you know, take the channel off and cause it to explode. But it's a case of kind of just doing my own thing, starting to do my own thing a bit more. So you might start seeing different games on the channel. I am actually half tempted, and I don't know how you guys think about gonna think about this. I'm half tempted to do a Skyrim Let's Play in the Skyrim Special Edition. Now I have been watching, and you guys are gonna know where I've taken this idea from immediately. I've been watching Many a True Nerd's Skyrim Let's Play, and I've taken the mods he's using. And I really like how the game's looking with them, and kind of really enjoying the game. I am tempted to do a similar, yet different kind of roleplay going on there. Oh my god, so many messages and stuff. Just looked up at my phone, there's a whole different new set of notifications there. But if you guys want a Skyrim Let's Play, let me know, whether it's on Discord or on here or wherever. Just let me know if you guys want one. Because it gives me an excuse to play Skyrim. And it would be, just to make things interesting for myself, a roleplay Let's Play, where I don't acknowledge that it's a game. What is Skyrim? It's a game that's like 5 or 6 years old at this point, and Bethesda keep re-releasing it with new names, effectively new additions, and throwing new things at it because Bethesda have no inventiveness left. But it's a game that is still quite popular because it is very good. It's also a game that I've never finished. When I'm thinking of going into the kind of more games in the new year, maybe not the newest and the shiniest games, but definitely like different games that I haven't played before on the channel, keeping the PG nature. So that's one field done. We do still have this other field over here to cultivate yet. So let's hop straight into this. Take the higher entry to the field. Maybe next year I'll have a really play button. I don't ever think I'll get a play button. Not unless I do YouTube for like 10 or 11 years. And at that point I'd really hope I'd quit before then. Ooh, flowers! Bit like World of Warcraft. Kind of, yeah. Like it is a role-playing game. Hello, EJ. Dave doesn't quit. With the amount of times, Dan, that I've said, oh, I'm thinking about quitting on TeamSpeak, it's a miracle that I actually haven't. Because I do get very down about things every so often. Only multiplayer. No, single player too. There have been many, many days where I've thought maybe I should just shut up shop on the channel. I've just kept going because I'm stubborn. But guys, if you are enjoying the stream, hit the like button. And feel free to subscribe if you haven't already. I don't think there's many new subs here today. Or many people who aren't subbed. I actually did, well, I did quit it multiplayer, yeah, but that was a sanity thing for sure. That was one of those situations where if I didn't quit multiplayer, I would have quit YouTube. Because that was just getting on my nerves and making me angry constantly. I should play Dirt 4. Number one, I don't have Dirt 4. And number two, I am terrible at rallying. I play Dirt Rally to chill and be bad at rallying. And to remind myself that I am actually just terrible at games. Might swap on to a different job in a second, actually. Just to get something else going on. Because we can fertilize. We could possibly do some mowing. We could probably do some mowing, but I think... yeah, let's do some fertilizing. Let's just stop the H340 here and get into the Maxim. We'll grab the fertilizer spreader. Abby's almost ready. Very nice, Brian. Also, hello. So this is the Case Maxim 140. It's based on a Puma. On the back we got the Kverneland Exacta EL fertilizer spinner. Can you download the West Coast? Yeah, anybody can download the West Coast. I don't think the update's on consoles yet, is it? You're making them out. Dan, somehow I doubt that. Especially seeing as you're on a Mac, and Giant Sitter doesn't like Macs. And I don't exactly think you're good at coding. There we go. Gonna get her now. Sweet. I don't know if the update's out for consoles, but the version that is on consoles is still very playable. Also, hi, Jack. Don't think I said hello to you when you arrived in.
Hello, Dave. Dave.
Magenta Snow, were you not subscribed previously? Magenta. I'm gonna shout at you on Discord later. Comes into my Discord, he's not even subscribed. What's the Abbey? It is a slurry spreader, Ozzy. More Derping, man. Isn't that just farm sim in general? That's what the Maxims are like, though. What? Based on the Pumas in real life. I know that. Isn't it just like a retuned Puma or something? But I do like how the suspension works, for sure, Nemor. That is probably the biggest highlight, one of the biggest highlights for the mod for me, is that the suspension actually behaves like an actual suspension, as opposed to just being magical. So after this, what we'll do is I am tempted actually to get a the interior's wrong. Yeah, but like, does it really matter that much if the interior is not 100% correct? Like, it is blatantly just based on the in-game Puma with a few new stickers and probably slightly retuned. So you are going to have this situation where the interior is just going to be the in-game Puma. You'd love to see me play Project Cars. Spoiler alert, Ozzy, I'm actually reasonably good at that game. And I set, of course, too. I set Pedro a challenge for Laguna Seca to set a 105 or better in the Ferrari F2004. Took me all of 5 laps to set that time. It took Pedro about 20 to get a clean lap to set the time. T6 and Maxim are the same. Oh, so is it a repainted T6 with a different grille then? Because that's not a T6 grille. Like, that's a case grille. Pure and simple. Hello, Fabio and Matthew. How am I doing today? I'm doing well, coming down with a bit of a cold, so maybe I should be wearing a jumper of some description or a jacket or something, but I'm not, because I'm an idiot. Maxims and Pumas have the exact same cabs, so the interior would then be the same, Adam, surely. Watched a documentary on Porsche today. On the brand or on Ferdinand Porsche himself? Let's just stick this over here. We can race against each other. I would probably win, Ozzy. Because while I'm not consistent in terms of lap times, I can go reasonably fast. That's... I like this tractor. Brand more the evolution of the 911. I don't need. Oh, nice. I haven't seen many 911 turbos in years, actually. Let's get some. Yeah, let's get some canola down. Cabs will be the same. So whoever's complaining about the cab is wrong then. Because that is the cab off the Puma. I am 90% sure. All 911s are turbo now. They just don't. Oh, they don't have the turbo sign on them then. You take your ambulance and block me. There's a new Maxim interior. The Adams are going to have an Adam off soon, I think. To find out who's superior Adam. Thank you very much, Fabio. I hope the same to you. Hope you have a very good new year as well. I will be streaming tomorrow, so I'm not going to go through the whole Happy New Year thing to everybody. a little spiel that I haven't planned at all, but I won't be going through that today. I'll be doing the Happy New Year thing tomorrow at the end of the stream. And I get to say at the end of tomorrow's stream, I get to say see you next year, which is wonderful to be sure. Now, here's the thing that I haven't said too much. I might stream on Monday. I might stream New Year's Day. It depends on a few different things, and I won't know for sure what the plan is going to be until the time comes. But if I do stream, it might well be streaming sim streams after sim. Also, for those of you who are interested in seeing some Oakfield today, Landykid is going to be streaming in about 20 minutes. As a kind of an apology for not streaming yesterday because he had to go do some stuff with Jess. So he's going to be streaming today as well in about 20 minutes time. So after no streams yesterday, you get 2 streams today, and potentially there could be an argument in TeamSpeak about Monday. Welcome back, Michael. One thing I will say to everybody, and this isn't aimed at anybody in particular, is if you feel like you're getting really angry and annoyed with the stream for whatever reason, and you're, you know, being told off by the mods and you think you're doing nothing wrong, and you're getting really annoyed by that, just take like 5-10 minutes, don't talk. This is usually why the mods give time limits, is like, like take a 5-minute cooldown period. Just don't talk for 5 minutes, 10 minutes. Think about why you're being told what you're being told, why somebody's shouting at you maybe, or definitely feel like you're getting really annoyed by something I'm doing. Take 5 minutes, think about why am I doing it, why could I be doing it, am I intentionally doing it to annoy you, in which case the answer is probably yes actually. And just, because I've seen so many people get really, really annoyed and get banned for, you know, just getting annoyed, and that annoys me when I see that happen. I'd much prefer people to take 5 minutes to just sit back and calm down, and use the timeouts that are given out when people start getting really annoyed and angry as just cooldown time. But so many people think it's it is a punishment to some extent, but it is, the way that I see it, cooldown time. You do something stupid, you get 5-minute timeout, and you get time to think about what you're doing. Maybe go for a walk and calm down. So sometimes you'll see me throw up the BRB screen when I've been complaining for a long time. It's just I need some time to just sit and not be streaming because things have been going wrong and wrong and wrong and wrong and wrong and wrong and wrong, and I need some time to calm down because it's not going to end well. It's a warning. Yeah, but it is also kind of cooldown time to say, you've done something wrong, maybe think about what you've done. Hello, Philip. What are my thoughts about Oakfield? I haven't watched much Oakfield content. I'm kind of isolating myself from that stuff. So, as kind of a fair warning to you guys, I won't be in Landy's stream in 15 minutes time. I won't be there. I'll be doing my own thing, probably eating, probably sorting out my room or something, and it's nothing against Landy and it's nothing against Oxygen David, it's just that I don't want to burn out of the map before it's out, or before I can play it at least, whenever that is. It's something that I did with the West Coast as well. Is like I was very pointed at the West Coast that I wanted from Landy or Sim. I can't remember which one did this for me. Just specific screenshots of stuff, so that I could gauge what I wanted to be doing. And I've done that in Oakfield as well. I've got some specific screenshots that have given me kind of a plan in my head of what starter equipment I want to use when I do start up on there. And I don't need to see the map. Thumbnail doesn't look like FS17. If it's still the Cattle and Crops thumbnail, then it's not FS17, Adam. But I did change the thumbnail, or I should have. I don't know if YouTube's decided that was a thing that was actually going to happen. But this stream did start off as a Cattle and Crops stream, and I changed over to Farm Sim after a game crash. So if it's still showing Cattle and Crops, then I apologise. If it's not, then I don't. If you came here expecting Cattle and Crops and now you get Farm Sim instead, well, I am sorry. For you, it does say FS17. Yeah, sometimes YouTube gets weird with thumbnails. It's an FS17 thumbnail. Thank you, Philip. Because I did update it, I did do all the things that I should do for starting a new stream. When's the next pay-per-view? Dan, that's the Rumble. At the end of next month. Some decent match plan. What is the shouting about? You're watching since Cattle and Crops? Well, that's why the thumbnail's wrong, Adam. Whatever do giveaway. I've done one and never again. Giveaways are great for you guys because you get a chance to win something, but for looking at it from my point of view, because I gotta stick within really strict terms and conditions from YouTube, it's number one, it just gives me a headache because everybody asks, when's the giveaway? When's the giveaway? When's the giveaway? When's the giveaway? And number two, it means that, to put things bluntly, I normally have to buy something that maybe I can't justify the expense. You know, if I was donated something to do a giveaway for, maybe, you know, I'd feel a bit better about it, but I don't particularly care enough about doing giveaways to do them in the first place. I always kind of see them as people who are desperate to get subs. Like I have a very cynical outlook on YouTube. Doing it for the last 3.5 years, I've seen and learned every possible way of gaining subs that there is. And giveaways are the best. Because people subscribe just to get the prize and find out what the prize is and find out when the prize is being given out. One of these days I get demos of my merch and maybe I can hold a non-contest work. See, the thing is, if I was going to do a giveaway, I would like arrange it in such a way that, because I've learned, I'd arrange it in such a way that it would benefit everybody, and it would be something like a mod contest held over a longish period, as opposed to just, hey, like, comment, subscribe, and I'll pick somebody at random. No. I prefer to have, like, something big that benefits, you know, the Farm Sim community as a whole. You've been scammed by a YouTuber in the past. Well, if you have proof of that, still, you could have reported them to YouTube. What matters? Subs, views, or likes. All three to certain extent, like all three for different reasons. Subs matter because companies will give things to people with more subs. Views matter because views equals ad revenue, which equals money. Likes matter because likes equals interactions, equals YouTube are going to push the viewers, or push the video or the stream to people more. You did, yeah, because that's... Yeah, that's not on. Views and likes, honestly, are the big two. Subs, honestly, being blunt, I don't give a crap. I don't care. You know, people are people. If somebody's being somebody's being a twit, I'll call them out for being a twit. If somebody says something in the comments that is just dumb, like telling me that I know nothing about farming, then I'm gonna say, well, yeah, of course I don't. It's a game. I don't need to be an expert to know this isn't realistic or this is realistic. I need to know, hey, what's the kind of equipment that I've seen in real life? What makes sense to me as a player and as somebody who lives in an agricultural area? You won that battle? Yeah, it's a battle you kind of need to win. I pick my battles carefully when I do start them. And I tend to start fights that I can win. And that I know I can win. Because the two really big fights that I've picked, I've won. Because I know how to work certain systems. That's it, Michael. I'd much prefer to have a community than like 1 million subscribers. Well, it'd be awesome to have 1 million subscribers and be able to do YouTube full time without needing to look for a job. I'd much prefer to have you guys just kind of chilling out with me and just enjoying the game. Because, like, it's you guys that keep me interested in farm sim, to be blunt. Because I'll be honest. I'll be very honest with you guys. I'm burnt out of the game at the moment. I'm not enjoying farm sim as much as I could be. That's kind of why I'm taking a little break from videos. But in the streams, I really don't care because I've got you guys to chat to. You know, I got people to talk to, and the game kind of is secondary to me. It's something that I'm just kind of doing in the background while talking to you guys. It keeps me interested. Time to stream instead of course. No, Dan, I've tried that before and it just turns into a lag fest because for whatever reason the game doesn't like being streamed. Not with races anyway, which is kind of the only thing that you can realistically do in a set of course for a stream. Unless I were to do something like a Project Hell kind of thing instead of Corsa, which, no! That doesn't work with realistic physics, as it turns out. Yeah, I get where you're coming from there, Michael. It's a game that does get boring very quickly, I find. The Pedro and Ozzy and Project. No, Dan! That would end up being the least PG stream in the history of streams. See ya, Ozzy. Lanny's gonna be starting off in about 3 minutes anyway. So I'll be finishing soon. We won't quite get this field seeded again. Although I am wondering if I can get away with using the 6-meter seater on the back of this, because it would be quite nice, wouldn't it? Totally PG. Oh yeah! Considering how often I've got to tell Pedro off for not being PG in chat, where he has time to think about what he's typing. That said, I actually did an accidental PG stream of Skyrim last week over on Twitch, so you know, things can be different and nice. Come on, Pedro, you're not even trying. Yeah, I would just be relentless with the teasing them for being slow. That said, I can think up a race that I would 110% win. Just because the car that I've got in mind would be... like the car that I'm thinking about, it can literally do one lap of a circuit before it burns out its tyres. And that would be the Mazda MX-5 Red Bull at the Nordschleife. Because it can literally do probably about half a lap 100% full throttle before it burns out its tyres, and even then you're going sideways around the corners. It's a car that you got to baby around 90% of the circuit to even get it near to doing a lap at any sort of time. It's quite fun too. Hello again, Tig. We are going to be finishing the stream very, very soon. I'm going to ask you guys to let me know when Landy's on countdown so that I can hit the end button and head off and I think get a toasted sandwich for dinner, which judging by the shouting that's been going on, that's what was going on. Landy is live? Is he actually live, or is he actually live on countdown with you? If that's the case, then that's great. I can head off and get some food and not be hungry because I am a bit peckish. Yeah, please do what you. Well, that's going to do it for today, guys, seeing as Landy is live, apparently. Head on over to him. He's playing Oakfield today. He's on 3 minutes countdown. Oh, sweet, he is. Head on over to Landy. He is live right now. He is on Oakfield today. He'll be starting up in about 3 minutes or so. I'll be back tomorrow with one of 3 things. I haven't 100% decided yet. There might be something completely random that I just decide at some point. TNT, you're late. I'll leave you guys by saying I've been RainbowDave, you've been watching Farming Simulator 17 on Skelton Farm. Hope you enjoyed the stream. If you did, hit the like button on your way out, and don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. Until next time, stay safe, and goodbye.